Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna take you all along for a little walk this morning because it's a gorgeous day and that just sounds really nice. It's the day before my husband's birthday. It's the 27th of December and Christmas has gotten away with us. We've been really busy and I haven't done any videos, but I figure I'm gonna go on a walk because my husband took our littlest on an errand with him and I'm free and the dogs will come with us and I'll just talk to you about what we've been doing. They're good dogs. Hi Hank. And we're a mess as always. So this, we've not been partying. I bought that to make some soap out of and then I wasn't and it was just sitting bothering me, and so we dumped that into the raised beds because I figured why not. I needed to get rid of it. It was just too much stuff sitting around. It looks like we're ready to have a party at any minute and we don't drink that kind of beer and stuff. I'm not a big beer fan. So we dumped it in here to aid all that, and we did get our raised beds filled and I kind of got my back porch cleaned, sort of, but we got these all filled. I planted threw some onions in there that had been sitting around waiting to be put in. I threw some potatoes in here too. We're just gonna see what happens. My garlic I waited too long for and it was a disaster. So I have a problem with numbers. You'll figure out, I'll probably say the wrong numbers every time I'm speaking to you guys. But numbers get all mixed up in my head. So I was thinking about where I had stored my garlic to plant as a fridge. And I was thinking, okay, so like 35 degrees, that's cold, perfect. Except I put them in the wine fridge, which is like 55 degrees and perfect for rotting. So my garlic I was gonna plant rotted and that makes me really sad, but here we are. I can't do nothing about it. And so we filled our raised beds, like I was saying. So first we started with the hardware cloth, of course, and then we put cardboard down, we put wood down, all sorts of pieces of wood from the property. We put hay, old moldy hay. We put shavings that were inoculated with lots of chicken manure. That's a nice way of saying the bedding from our chicken coop. And then we put lots of like kitchen scraps and things like that in here. And then we topped it with, I had some perlite and we had some peat moss that we hydrated. We put it in there. And then we actually did buy some soil for the very top because I figured let's just do that and top it off. Now you can see, like, I believe this is a potato coming up right here from one of our kitchen scraps. I'm totally fine with that. That actually inspired me. I had potatoes that were a little mushy and they had eyes. And so I just planted those on the other side too because I figured they'll either rot and add to the soil or maybe we'll get something out of it. I don't know. But we're gonna go on a little walk. This is the side I was talking about that needs to be built up. Whew. We'll see how tall this is. See that right there? So this all needs to kind of be built up just as a security measure. But yeah, so let's go on a little walk. I talked about my raised beds. It's all that we really did on the property. We gotta like burn this at some point. I get nervous because it's a bit close to the house for my liking. It's not really, but we've got these bushes and things, and so we'll burn that. And then I'm doing this in one take like I have been, so hopefully this all turns out okay. I still haven't figured out editing, although my husband did get me a laptop for Christmas and I'm super excited because I haven't had a laptop in years or any kind of computer, and I always end up using his computer to do the editing and things that I'm trying to do with YouTube and whatever, and I don't know, I feel like I take it over and then he's working on his computer because he works from home and it takes a while to upload. It's just like a thing. So we're going to use it for our homeschooling and things like that. And I'm super excited because we watch videos on our homeschool, like documentaries and things, and that would keep us contained in that. Oh, my dogs are doing wild things. So let's go on a walk. If you hear me heavy breathing, it's because I'm out of shape. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'll get there. I'm hoping to have exercise routine going when we get school going and New Year's resolutions and all that. Here's my trampoline for the kids. My husband loves disc golf, so you'll see lots of disc golf nets. Oh gosh, baskets. Sorry, I forgot the name. As we walk around. But he made a little course. There's hole 5 apparently. I think we have 19 holes. He's super into it, guys. But yeah, we'll go on a little walk. We'll enjoy the morning and we'll discuss things. I was talking about New Year's goals. I just wrote down our New Year's goals kind of for the whole year, because we've got huge goals and we have little ones, and I tried to narrow it down to what we can accomplish this next year. And I super hope that maybe it's accomplishable. Next to each goal, I wrote down, maybe I'll share it like as a picture in the thumbnail or something, but next to each goal that we want to do, I wrote down a time frame for how long I think that goal is going to take to accomplish. And I try to be super generous with that. So I put, gosh, I don't know the time frame, but I tried to add like a couple weeks to each thing. And we need some fencing done, and we need some, it's different. We need gutters on the house, different things like that. So I wrote those all down. I wrote a time frame. I was generous with the time frame. And then on the left-hand side of that, oh, I'm looking at the floor. Sorry, guys. I put, like what quarter we want to try to accomplish that. So you can see we're here at the end of December, and this is usually super jungly. Like you can see like 5 feet in and that's it, because of all the vines and everything, but it's dead and you can actually see deep into it. So fencing is in the first quarter while this is all dead. And then things that can wait a little longer, I put to the second quarter of the year, things like that. So hopefully that'll narrow it down and really get us pumping out things. I don't know. You can see right here, this is all ryegrass. So they say, you know, spread some rye seed. And we just put it in a little spreader behind our mower and brought it down here to the other side of the property, as we call it. So our house is up here. And then we walk down this. This is our neighbor's home, is right after that. But there's this little creek bed down in here. So it goes down and then it goes back up. And then that's what I call the other side of the property. And over here, we're gonna see, you can kind of see the grass through it. I can see it. I don't think you can. But the other side of the property had been harvested. The trees had been harvested, the pine trees. And what are my puppies doing? They're so wild. So then it was all the scrap and the slash piles and things. So we had a company come out last year, probably about this time, and mulch it all. And then after they mulched it, we kind of left it for a while. We threw out some seeds, some summer seeds we had. So we came from Utah, you guys know that, and we had a property out there. You can see my neighbor's house right there. We had a property out there that we were going to be doing some rotational grazing on. So we had ordered seeds, but we never got to that point, and we brought the seeds with us. Now, we're not in Utah and it's a completely different environment, but we didn't want those seeds to go to waste. So come here, this way. So we took the summer seeds and we threw them out there to see what would happen. And then we threw out some rye seed this fall. Once that came up a little bit, because it's very mulchy, once the rye seed came up the first time, we took our fall winter grass mix of clovers and different things and threw that out so that it would have something to hold on to a bit and hopefully establish. So that's the creek bed. Sorry, ADHD, guys. If you're gonna come on a walk with me, it's gonna be all over the place. So the rye seed, put the rye seed out, then we put like a mix of our other stuff out, and then we put another cover of rye. Now rye seed, annual rye seed, it's just gonna die, it's not gonna stay, but it will become part of the soil. It will help establish, such an ADHD woman. It'll help establish the soil microbiology that will help get us going and things like that. It'll help, okay? And it looks beautiful. So this is the rye. Where am I going with this? I was trying to stay on track. So we just walked down this little creek bed and back up, and you could see this beautiful little, it looks like a leprechaun trail or something. This is our rye that we had just put in, and we just took it with us. and came up this way. And we just spread it all out here. Now we've got a busy road up here. I have a dream someday. It's a very small dream. It's very far-fetched of having a little farm stand up here and maybe some U-pick. But that's like a 10-year dream. And this is where we're going to do some of the rotational grazing. And then I hope to clear over there and do some more rotational grazing over there as years go by. But we'll see how it goes. Right now, we're really just focusing on establishing grasses and things on this side. You can see, it's really funny, you can see my lines because I kind of spread it out. We didn't have money to like super densely spread, but I tried to leave little gaps, not for the rye to go as seed, but for the other things to go to seed and hopefully spread and fill it in. You can see right here, you can kind of see how that works. Now the deeper mulch, where the deeper mulch is, and there's not enough ground contact, it didn't really take. So this had the really deep mulch. There was also raspberries here, or not raspberries, I'm sorry, blackberries. But see, it's so deep that it's hard to get to the soil. So there's no soil contact, so it didn't really take. And that's okay with me. It'll break down. I want to get some goats out here and some sheep, and they'll help inoculate it, help it break down. The goats will even kind of eat on that a little bit. Not worried. These are the worst of all the weeds. I hate them. I know they have uses, but they have these horrible spikes. And if you don't see them and you walk through them, gosh, it's not focusing. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, hi. It's the worst. But we're establishing some grasses out here, just as kind of a forage to get them going. And it's not really going to take off until we get the animals out here, until they are cycling all the nutrients and all of that. I'm hoping we will do that this year. I think we'll get there. Why don't I calm down a little bit? Enjoy the air. My dogs. Oh, it's so beautiful out here. Oh my gosh. Sorry if I've been panting and running around. I am really excited for this year. So I'm like, woo, and going off. So I get really excited and I don't stay on task and I don't stay on topic. So beautiful out. So we do have a busy road there. I found that to be a perk when we got the land, because I really want a farm stand there someday. And I think that'll be amazing. And my husband's got 2 disc golf baskets on this side. So we'll see how the disc golf course changes as the property changes, or how that'll work. But oh, sorry. Oh, I needed that calm down. Getting all excited and talking and nervous to talk to you guys. I'm so nervous to talk to you guys all the time. But it's not like there's a million viewers or anything. It's just you and me. So we've had kind of the ick going around our area, and a lot of the families have gotten it. So we've been doing some goldenrod tincture, a little yarrow. I made some goldenrod honey last year, and I wish I had made more. We've been using that. That seems to really knock it out. That's helping my daughter a lot. She just, like got the cough, But our kids don't do well with heaters, and the heater was running a little bit more than I would like. So could be the heater. They get like that croupy cough when the heater's on because they get dried out. This here, I was going to open it, but I don't think I'm going to because it's filled with water. We get these barrels down at the feed store, and they used to have olives and things in them. Let's see, this one had green olives stuffed with garlic. So it's mostly like vinegar. Once you get them, you wash them out, and we store grains and things in there. So this one had my sprouting mix for my chickens, which also includes little bits of cracked corn, which is not obviously going to sprout, but I took that and threw it out there too, because I just feel like it was just sitting there. It had gotten that's a very pertinent point. It got a little mold in it. And I didn't want to give the chickens. You don't want to give chickens anything with mold, because if they get a little mold in them, they stop laying. And so since it had been contaminated, my kids probably didn't close it all the way. I was like, what am I going to do with this? I thought about spreading it in the garden and covering it up, but it really wasn't that moldy. And so I took it and we just spread it out here with the rye and everything. And I don't know what has taken and what hasn't. We've got some clovery things in here. You know, I love you guys, but you're in my way. Hey. All right, sit. Good, sit. Sit. All right, maybe I can turn to the back. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I think I'm here for their love and enjoyment. I say, oh, you're coming down to love on me. These two. This is Mandalorian, Mr. Mando, and he is just like Penny. They run around. They look so similar. And then this is Hank the Tank. We saw him in another video. This is Gracie. This was Gigi's dog, Grandma's dog. She likes to lick, and I can't stand lickers, but that's all right. They have so much fun. Anyway, there's some clovers that took off. I threw some alfalfa out there. It's not really something that does the best out here without assistance, but I put it out anyway because it's gonna just go bad in my yard, if I keep it. And out here in the yard, maybe it'll grow, maybe it won't. I don't know. But I'm a big proponent to letting things come along as they go. And yeah. Gosh, it looks beautiful today. Okay, let's finish our walk. So this is the other side of the property. When I say over there on the other side of the property, that you'll know what I'm referring to now. Girls. Go back to the creek bed. Let's see. I was talking about my tinctures, and we haven't really gotten sick over here, or if we have, it's that cough I was talking about. And I'm not sure if that's a sick cough or not, but just in case, we've been doing that. I got a little bit of a runny nose, but that comes from walking around in the cold. It's pretty chilly today. It's been getting down to the 30s at night, up into the high 50s during the day, maybe low 60s. I haven't really been paying the most attention. Christmas has gotten us all sorts of discombobulated. My kids they were supposed to have a week off for Christmas vacation, but we took 2 just so I can do things. Made Christmas gifts for some of the leadership of our homeschool group, and I played Secret Santa with one of my friends. We went and took our homeschool group, put some money together for some of the families that need a little extra this season because things are so hard. This is the other side. So hoping this would be kind of the pass through, and then you can see there's not a whole lot of mature trees in here. So if we threw some goats in here, maybe even some sheep, they would eat this down, and then grasses could establish. And it's a process. It's a long-term thing. It's not, oh, next year we're going to have a pasture. But you can see only the mature trees would stay, and then all these little dinky ones would either go or not. I mean, see what will stay and what won't. I don't want to clear any more trees on our land if we can help it. That had been cleared by the previous owners, and that opens it up. That's great, but that busy road's up there, our house is up there, and this especially we don't want to do anything with. Oh, I kind of zoomed us out. Well, that's kind of a good thing. I don't know when I did that, sorry y'all. Probably when the dogs were jumping on me. So nothing here I want to clear because I like that it keeps noise down, privacy, all of those things from the busy road, and it kind of divides the property in half, which is really nice. So I don't want to take any of those. I don't even want to clear it in the point where the animals go in there. Eventually I would love to put a little pond here because you can see this is up and this is sloped down, and that goes that way off our property eventually. I'd love a lot of little pocket ponds. Those are 6-year dreams. I don't know, 6-10 years. Hey, where'd everybody go? Okay, so this is getting to be a long video, but Christmas has been busy. We did all those things. Very exciting times. My husband got me a grain grinder for Christmas. so we can grind our grain instead of buying flour. We already have some grains on hand. I've been playing with that. Made our first like actually whole grain, whole ground here at home loaves yesterday, and actually it was really great. I hear a dog over here. I don't know if it's out. It turned out really good, I think. Not exactly sandwich bread. I'm looking for sandwich bread, but it's kind of difficult. Artisan breads are easier. And by that I mean it's not super squishy, spongy, and it wasn't quite fluffy enough. But I hope over time to get better at that. And then, yeah, Christmas was a big success. Oh, I should have told you guys. Over on the other side, you probably saw a thing on a trailer, and that is a swing set that we got for our little ones. Somebody was selling it really cheap if you come and take it apart. But it was raining on Christmas, and we couldn't like run out and put it together. And since my my younger son wants to be a builder, he says, my 7-year-old. So I think we're going to have him help us build it instead of doing it like, oh, it's a surprise. I think he's really going to enjoy that. So this is like, I don't know what I want to call this. This is our little like walk through the woods. And there's a tee pad here because there's tee pads everywhere. There's disc golf on our property everywhere that's slightly open. But, so here's a tee pad. So he's got it set so he goes down this and it goes to the side. We'll see it. But we cleared it. A friend of ours was staying with us and cleared it. It's a bit too cleared for me. It feels like a thoroughfare. But usually it's a little more like a tunnel, like a fairy garden tunnel. But it'll grow back, believe me. Give me like 3 months and it'll come back. So this is our walk through the woods here. Now our property ends here, like pretty much right along this little trail. But we're over here, and this is where long term we'll have more grazing. As we scale up the land and get it where we want it, we'll have more grazing ability. We'll be able to have more animals. Let's start small. Everything is a long-term goal. Here's our other disc golf catcher. See, we're out on hole 11. So I don't know if I showed you any of the other ones. I remember 5, but here's hole 11. He's very good. I throw a disc and it goes just about every way but a way I want it to go. Yeah, so that's our update. That's our little walk. I don't want to drag you along too much longer. My God, it's a 20-minute video. Is this how long they're going to be? Maybe it is. Seems like that's the average. We've just been taking it easy, really recharging and giving our souls some much needed R&R. But walk through a spider web. I usually have a stick. When I get a little stick and I wave it in front of me like I'm in Harry Potter and I'm trying to perform a spell like this, like that, especially in this more close quarters area. There's like lots of trees that are down on our property. This has been down since before we got here. But it just got, the couple who lived here, they had this little trail and he would go on the walk for exercise once or twice a day. And so they just bloop, cut it and then did this. But we have lots of trees we could clear for maybe firewood. I don't know what that one, that was kind of old. But we end right here and then we head that way. But you can see the storm took it out. It's beautiful out here though. Maybe I should be quiet and enjoy my walk. Actually, I really might just sign off here if I'm quiet enough. Now the dogs, I won't see any deer. Yeah, thanks for following along. Thanks for having patience with me while I figure out my channel. Big things coming up. Maybe I'll make a video about our goals right along New Year's. That might be a really good video. Because I can't. Our walking videos, if you go on a walk with me, are going to be all over the place. But this is me, and I'm all over the place. So I think we're going to enjoy the rest of our walk. We've got a little place to sit up here with a fire pit. I think I'm just going to sit there for a moment and zen out. and breathe a little bit before heading home. Because usually I walk quietly. I don't sit here jibber-jabbering. Those are good boys. Those are good boys. They're a lot of fun, but I can't believe I have 4 dogs. I never thought I'd have 4 dogs. It's a lot of dogs. I do know other people have a lot more, but for me, 4 dogs is a lot. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year if I don't get to that New Year's video. I hope that everybody has had a great time. I hope you can hear me. I didn't even think about that because I don't have a mic like people tell me to get. And I dropped my phone in the coffee the other day, like literally right in my coffee, and now the speaker is acting funny, so my voice might be wonky. Guess we'll see. Anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all those things. Thanks for coming along with me, and hopefully with the year coming along, we'll have lots of things to show you, and maybe when we go on our walks, I can not ramble so much, and maybe I'll even not sound so out of breath. Woohoo! See ya.